Let's run through a scenario using PVWatts, the online calculator. And I'd like to start by looking at some information from the PV template. The information that we're going to need here is, first of all, what is the azimuth angle of the array? It looks like they're going to be placing this on a garage roof. And they're telling us that the azimuth is positive 10 degrees. It's 10 degrees west of south. So the azimuth angle would be 190 degrees. What other information do we need here? If this is going on a garage roof, roof-mounted system, and they're telling us we've got a 712 roof pitch. So we've got a 30-degree angle to that roof. We'll need that information for PVWatts. And I think that's all that we'll need. So let's go ahead and take a look at the PVWatts website. And PVWatts is easy to find. If you just Google PVWatts, you'll see version 1 or version 2, whichever one you want to use. We're going to take a look at version 1 first of all. Let's say we're going to put this system in Ohio. PVWatts version 1 uses an interactive map of the United States, and you're able to click on any of these states and it will give you the weather stations in that state. So we're going to be in central Ohio, and let's say Mansfield is the closest city, and that brings us to the page where we enter the parameters for our PV system. The first thing we need to enter is the DC rating, and let's change that to 1 kW. We need to model a 1 kW system as part of the PV site assessment template. So let's take a look at how a 1 kW system will perform. I'm going to change the DC to AC D-rate factor to 80%. When you enter the array type, you have 3 options: a fixed tilt array, a single axis tracking array, and a dual axis tracking array. We're going to leave this as a fixed tilt array because it's on a garage roof. The next parameter that we can change is the array tilt angle, and you'll see that for Mansfield, Ohio, Mansfield is located at 40 degrees, 41 degrees latitude. We're going to change that because we don't have a 40-degree roof pitch. We've got a 30-degree roof pitch. And we know from our table that we're not facing true south, we're facing 10 degrees west of south. So we're going to change that to 190 degrees azimuth angle. The last thing we can change is the cost of electricity. And let's enter 14 cents a kilowatt hour. And what you need to do then is just click calculate, and it will model the system that you've just entered. It's important when you review reports to take a look at this station identification table. You want to be sure that they are modeling it for the city where the site is going to be. They need to change the parameters so they're showing you a 1 kW system. Make a note of what their DC to AC D-rate factor is. And if it's something that, if it looks questionable, you may want to discuss that with your student. The array tilt angle is 30 degrees. This is one that it's very easy for students to forget about, and they just leave the tilt angle at latitude. So you just want to make sure that all the parameters are entered correctly, and the station identification table allows you to do that. And then we want to look at the production results. We have each month the solar radiation in kilowatt hours per meter squared per day is the peak sun hours, and it gives us an average per month, and it also gives us a daily average per year. The next column shows us AC energy production, and that's based on the solar radiation data. It's based on that data, and it's also based on your D-rate factor. So based on that information, it gives us the amount of AC energy that's produced each month, and based on the price of electricity, it gives us an energy value for that AC energy production. It gives us the monthly production, the monthly value of that production, and it gives us a total annual production and the annual energy value.